Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So, yeah, if you guys have been keeping up with the news and information that's out there today, today's Sunday, it looks like NATO is pushing for a major conflict, which we've already been expecting that. We're seeing the threat with Russia, Ukraine. Also, I should be saying Russia with Crimea, making the threat to the United States that if we do anything towards Crimea, we better be ready. Same goes with China and Taiwan. Guys, we're seeing a more and more uptake with collaboration with Russia and China together, as in taking Taiwan. Now, what does this all mean for us? Well, it means the brink of World War III is what it means. All right, unless our government just lays down and say, hey, you know what? We're not worried about these people. Y'all do what you want to do. And that's not going to happen. The U.S. has vested interest in all these countries. I couldn't tell you exactly what these vested interests are, but there's plenty of them there. I guarantee you that. I mean, just look at the money that we're shelling out now with Israel. So we got Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. You got the sandbox, you got Taiwan, you got Ukraine. Yeah, nothing's going to happen. Well, at least that's what people keep leaving on my comments. You know what, guys? I understand people get burned out with prepping. Trust me, I do. Me, it's a lifestyle, okay? It's something that we do on a daily basis. It's part of our life. We try to prepare as much as possible. Now, I do apologize for not being very much here on YouTube. Was going to do a video yesterday, but I needed to do some work on my own vehicle. Yeah, mechanic that actually has to work on his own vehicle. Most of the time, he don't have time to do it. But anyway, yesterday morning, the plan was, after ordering parts, I was just going to change out the camshaft sensor on my Tahoe. Had a code pop up. Well, when I was going to do that, I was going to go and do a couple other things. Change that, flush out the coolant system, top that off correctly. I changed the thermostat, water pump, a whole list of stuff. Yesterday morning, I pulled out the positive crank valve on the valve cover, so I'm going to change out the valve cover gasket. Got an oil leak there. And you know what? Let me go and clean out the throttle body too. That looks nasty. And I decided to go ahead and crank up the car afterwards, and it run like crap. So I scratched my head, went through everything. I thought maybe the cleaner I used in the throttle body messed up the throttle position sensor or something. I spent hours diagnosing without a computer. And finally, when I couldn't get it fixed, I said, well, let me go and change out that cam sensor. I know it's bad. Well, as it turns out, there should be a photo there for you guys. The rotor button plate, the set screw came out and bounced around, broke the cam sensor, busted pins on the rotor button plate, and that's why, just like that, everything went to crap, and I hadn't even touched that part yet. Yeah. Top it all off today. It was going to be an easy day to do the coolant flush, and then I broke the one of the bolts off in the thermostat housing. Just snapped it right off. Yeah, good times. But that's life. We all going through stuff, all right? You still got to prepare for what you're going to be facing down the road. Now, when it's going to happen, don't know, all right? I really don't. I can look at the news information that's being presented to us by other peers in the prepping community. I question everything I see. It's just my nature. When I say I question, I don't get on their channel and start typing away and being a freaking trollish asshole. I look at the information and I go research it on my own. Like today, I didn't have time to research anything or this weekend. I listened to the preppers I like to listen to here on YouTube, follow the information, listen to the news that they provided, and then I follow up with it. I look into it myself, see how much validity is actually with this threat. As preppers, we try to prepare for as many threats as possible. One of the things I want you guys to work on is getting prepared. I know that's one thing, right? Main thing, water. You gotta have water. Out there working today and working in the shop, there's no air conditioning, there's nothing in there, it's just a hot box. Being an outdoor survivalist, I teach outdoor survival. I go do my survival training in the middle of the summertime. When I'm saying you need water, you need water. Don't believe me? You're in the middle of summertime, turn up your power. See how comfortable you're going to be living in your home with no air, no way of pushing air, air around with a fan, nothing. It gets hot. You're going to get thirsty. On top of thirst, production of food, cooking, cleaning yourself up. Yeah, my hands are so greasy. I just got back inside from working on the car. Don't worry though, it's fixed-ish. I gotta take it in. I don't have a drill with me. It's in my toolbox at the shop. I've got to drill and extract that bolt and that thermostat housing. Luckily though, test driving, she wasn't leaking. Crank the crap down on that last bolt, make sure she's nice and tight. But it's not gonna last, so I gotta fix that. It is what it is. Water is very important. All right, out there in the sun today, I was dying out there. That sun's rough. Food, put food back. You know, I did a live stream last Sunday, and the conversation got brought up about some of the long-term food storage foods and how I don't like some of them because they use textured vegetable protein in the food. And I believe the company name was ReadyWise. Don't hold it to me, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was. I know I'll probably get sued by the company now, but if it's there, it's there. You know, I don't care what you stock up. I don't, guys. We show you the stuff we stock up. We are affiliated with a bunch of them, but we showed every single one that we've ever tried. Legacy Foods, Augustin Farms, Nutrient Survival, for Patriots, Mountain House. I stock up whatever I can get my hands on. So whatever you got to get to survive for your family, do it. My recommendation, take a couple of the samples out of those things and taste test them. See if you like them. You don't want to be chewing on a turd during the apocalypse. All right? If it tastes like crap, don't stock it up. Stock up something that you enjoy. You know, during the whole pandemic, fellow YouTubers and also friends here on the channel, they had went out and bought a whole bunch of ramens and stuff. And they don't eat ramens. And then when the stuff expired, they're contacting me, hey man, all that stuff went bad, blah, blah, blah. We don't hoard food, all right? Our normal food, canned goods and dry goods, that's a normal rotational stock. This is how I do it. You do whatever you want to, okay? But this is how I do it, because we eat this stuff. It goes in our daily diet. We cycle the food through. So we're used to what it is. So when the apocalypse happens, it's same meal plans as usual. The only difference is the long-term food storage stuff. All right, get you some, taste test it. But like I said, stuff's expensive. Doesn't matter what company you're with, they are very expensive. It's freeze-dried food. Make sure you like it before you go buy a year's supply of it. You don't want to buy a year's supply of something if you don't like the taste of it. Most of the companies have smaller packages for sample kits. Try them out, see if you like them. If not, go with a different company. But always start with your normal canned goods and dry goods, frozen foods. When it comes to frozen foods, guys, please make sure you have a way of producing power to keep those deep freezes running. Solar generators work great. They're nice and quiet. You can charge them up with solar panels during the summertime, during the daylight, I should say. You can charge them up during wintertime too. I've done videos on that. Gasoline generators, sure, they're loud. You're going to run out of fuel eventually. Okay. Geothermal generators, whatever. If you have that availability and have the setup for it, hey, sorry, we had a gremlin in there. Odds are I said the wrong word and the camera picked it up. If you got that stuff, hey, go for it. Propane, dual fuel, whatever it is that you want. Either way, you're gonna have all the different types of fueling systems you have, but if you don't have a way of stockpiling that fuel, you're screwed either way. All right, so let's say you have dual fuel generators, but you don't have gasoline or propane stocked up. Now what? Or we can get a propane generator stocked up with just propane. You know, those are ideas. Do whatever you want to. Main thing is get ready for this stuff coming our way. We all have our daily lives we got to deal with, all right? But you still can prep. I do it every day. Every day I am still doing something. Even if it's just me going outside and doing some exercising, working on my body. That's still a prep. My belief is your body is one of your biggest preps, if not the biggest prep. The reason I say that, again, Hurricane Michael came through this area. People were having strokes and heart attacks because they were out of shape. Everything was shut down. Water was not running, no electricity. They were trying to walk up to a mile to 2 miles away to retention ponds and drainage ditches that held water with 5-gallon buckets, and as hot as can be. They scoop up the water, they start walking back and have a stroke or a heart attack because the only exercise they've had is getting out of bed, walking to their car, driving to the office, and walking upstairs or take the elevator. That's their exercise program. That is no way to be prepared for the apocalypse. Now, I will get the comments, well, I am disabled, I am this, I am that. Okay, I do not have all the answers for you, but you know what? I know athletes that don't have any legs. So there's that. I got 3 damaged discs in my lower back. My shoulder's still jacked up, my knees are blown, and I just got over a bicep tendon tear, and I still push myself. I encourage you to do the same. All right, guys, please keep pushing yourself. Keep prepping, even if it's only a few dollars a week. All right, if that's all you can afford, go to the Dollar Tree. I don't like doing the Dollar Tree, but hey, I've been there when I was flat broke, and that's all I could do. Put food and supplies back for you and your family. All right, guys, speak to you later.